What is up, team? I haven't been able to talk to you for a couple of days because I had my account disabled for some reason, but now it's up and running again, which is good. And it got me thinking a little bit about, what you can control versus what you can't control. Obviously, I couldn't control my account getting disabled for no reason, so I did what I could control, and which was appeal it and send in the whatever I needed to in order to get it reactivated, and it got reactivated, so that was good. You've probably heard that phrase a lot these last little while, talking about controlling what you can and not worrying about what you can't control. But how do you do that is my big question, and it's something that a lot of people struggle with. Yes, they know that they shouldn't worry about what they can't control, but obviously there is something very big looming over the world that we can't control, but we're still thinking about it. It's constant, it's everywhere. You can't miss it, right? So how do you start to worry about just the things that you can control? Well, I can't take credit for I can't take credit for either idea. The first way to tackle this stuff is to create a list, and Matt Chenard at the gym actually has created an awesome template that helps you identify what is important, what is urgent, and then break down tasks if you have, break down projects into tasks if you have a bunch of projects or something to do at home. Because obviously we can't control what the virus is doing, or we're leaving that to the healthcare professionals who are obviously doing an amazing job so far. But what you can control is those little tiny tasks, and assigning or figuring out what is important to you and what is urgent. I find that people get that mixed up a lot. So the important things are the things that truly matter to you. They are aligned with your values. So for me, I know the important things are that I need to try to get in some physical activity every day, some fitness. I need to make sure that I am making decent meals to fuel my body. I need to make sure that I'm getting good sleep. I need to make sure that I'm walking my dog. I need to make sure that I am setting aside intentional time to hang out with my fiance. So those are the things that are important to me, that align with my values and what I want to, how I want to be. And then there are things that are important to my job or to the gym. So those are things like checking in with our clients on TrueCoach, which is the app that we've gone to now to talk to our clients and deliver workouts with. Checking in on another platform, and checking emails as well. So those are things that I need to do every day. And then there are things that are urgent. So these might be other things that aren't as essential to the business, but they're not worried, or they're not focusing on our current clients. They might be focusing on getting more future clients. So those things are urgent, but maybe not as important. So that's one way that you can start worrying about things you can control versus things you can't, is actually writing them out and understanding the things. That kind of helps you see it. And then what I really like about the sheet that Matt made is that you have these little tiny boxes that you check them off, and that feels really good, because once you've done something, you can complete it, and that check mark just feels good. So another way I talked about actually in a book, or it was mentioned in a book that I read, and I've been doing some reading lately, a lot of reading. It's called the 52 Book Challenge. So you try to read a book a week for a whole year, and it was called The Courage to Be Disliked. I put a full review of that book up on YouTube, but it was talking about a bunch of different things, but one of the things that I think is applicable here is the separation of tasks, which was that you can separate tasks from other people. So if you can only worry about what you can control. I can control the type of content that I put out, but I can't control other people's reactions to my content or to to what they have to say or stuff like that. So you need to be worrying about the things that you can control and worrying about what your own tasks are, and separate those tasks from other people, because as soon as you stop, or as soon as you think that your task is to worry about what other people think of you, then that gets super hard. So in this current situation we're in, it might be like, obviously we can't control how fast a vaccine gets made, and if you start worrying about that and thinking that that is somehow your task, if it is, then good for you, like keep working on it, of course. But if it's not your task, you can't do anything to control that. So what can you do to control or help it is obviously to stay home and do the whole social distancing thing, physical distancing, and try to control what you can. So those are two different ways that I think are super helpful, or can be super helpful. Writing down lists and checking things off so that you know that you're doing the things that you can control and it feels good. And then practicing this whole separation of tasks. So understanding that certain things are not your task, they are actually other people's task. And that will help you maybe differentiate between what you can control and what you can't. Because I know that advice is coming out there a lot, but it's hard to actually do it. So if you want that sheet, I'm sure Matt would love to share it with you and talk to you about it. He's starting a whole another side to his business about leadership and helping people find what they're passionate about and what they enjoy doing, and helping them live happier, more fulfilling lives outside of fitness. So if you want to chat with him, I'm sure he would love to. If you want to chat with me as well, I'm all ears for any comments and feedback you have. Hope you're all staying safe and healthy. And yeah, glad my account's back up and running, so I'll be posting a little bit more. We're back to regular posting now, so that's good. Have a good day, team.